Trump's campaign says he has been briefed on the threats from Iran to assassinate him. Trump believes that they will, quote, try again. Retired Lieutenant General Keith Kellogg joins me now. That is election interference, General, and surely it demands a response from the U.S., right?
Yeah, Stuart, thanks for having me. Look, this is a perfect week to respond diplomatically, at least, because you've got the UN General Assembly going on in New York City. President Biden is up there. President Pezeshkian of Iran is there as well. You know, this is the time when Biden should walk over to Pezeshkian, put his arm around him and say, hey, bud, let's go over here and talk for a minute. He said, let's make this very clear. If you attack an American politician, somebody like a Donald Trump or any other senior official, there will be a state of war between the United States and Iran. That's the only thing they understand, and they come at it with force. And then on the second thing, let me talk about you arming Hezbollah and the Houthis and Hamas, and you need to knock that off. And then over for a tertiary bit, you know, maybe you ought to stop sending drones to Russia as well. This is the chance to do it. He's not going to do it, but it needs to be made very clear to Iran, you do not even talk about attacking or thinking about attacking by your third cousin of any senior official of the United States. We need to do it. Have we done it? No. But it needs to be said. It needs to be said to the world. Okay. It needs to be said to the region. It needs to be said to Iran.
There's more on Iran. They are reportedly in talks to send Russian missiles, advanced Russian missiles, to the Houthis in Yemen. If they did that, if that happened, that would vastly expand the war in the Mideast, wouldn't it?
Well, it will, but they've already done it. They did today. The missile that they were talking about today going towards Tel Aviv was called the Ghadar missile. It's a medium-range ballistic missile. It has a range of about 1,000 miles, but it carries a 1,000-pound warhead. And fortunately, the Iron Dome, which David Sling is part of that, was able to intercept the missile that was coming in. But this war has been expanding over the last few weeks, and you see that continue to grow. Now, the Israelis have been very good about responding. You know, when they talked about taking out the leadership, you know, if you look at a wire diagram of the leaders underneath Hassan Nasrallah, the leader of Hezbollah, if you took the 18 key leaders, 16 of those 18 are now dead, to include the Radwan force, which is their irregular forces that operates in northern Israel. So if you're looking at a potential move by Israel into the north, probably up to the Litani River, which is a depth of about 20 miles in Lebanon, I wouldn't put that past the Israelis, because they've got to create some stability and some distance so they can allow those families to move back to their homes in northern Israel. You know, there's between 60 and 100,000 displaced people there.
I mean,
they need to bring them back.
If there is a ground invasion, it doesn't end quickly, does it? They've got to stay there for some time. This war drags on, grinds on.
Yeah. Well, sure it does, Stuart, but you know, this is the frustration I've got, and again, at the UN General Assembly. You know, when Netanyahu goes to the General Assembly, he said, look, over 20 years ago, the United Nations, passed a UN Security Council resolution 1701 that was supposed to end this conflict, and it was supposed to de-arm Hezbollah and move them north of the Litani River. It never happened. They established a UN interim force in Lebanon that has not done anything in the last 20 years. So this is a real disgrace of the UN, and we ought to lean in, and we ought to tell the UN, hey, this is your job. If you can't control it, the Israelis will. And they have been doing a pretty good job. They have shifted clearly from Hamas to Hezbollah in the north, and they're clearly doing a great job, primarily taking out the leadership. And when you take out the leadership, it's reaching a point where you pick up the phone and say, hey, would you like to lead this military unit of Hezbollah? A lot of people say, nah, I'm heading for vacation this week. Thank you very much, but no.
All right. General, we're out of time. General Kellogg, thanks for joining us, sir. We appreciate it.